My ex slept with my brother one day before our wedding, and now she's messaging me because I'm getting married to someone else. 12 years ago, I was supposed to marry my high school sweetheart. We'd been together for 10 years, lived together for 5. Everyone loved her. My parents treated her like their daughter. The night before the wedding, she told me to stay at a hotel. Said it was bad luck for us to be together. I thought it was sweet, romantic even. 3 hours after checking in, I realized I'd forgotten my shoes at home. These weren't just any shoes. They were my grandfather's dress shoes from his wedding. They meant everything to me. I drove back. The house was dark, every light off. That was weird because she always left lights on. Always. I walked straight to our bedroom. That's where I kept the shoebox. I opened the door. My ex was in our bed with my little brother. They were so caught up they didn't even hear me come in. It took them 5 full seconds to notice I was standing there. I couldn't move, couldn't breathe. My brain just stopped working. Then I ran. I drove back to the hotel hyperventilating, hands shaking so hard I could barely grip the wheel. I was supposed to get married in 14 hours. When I finally got to my room, I sobbed for an hour straight. Then I pulled myself together enough to start canceling everything. The venue, the caterer, the photographer. Lost $8,000 that night. Didn't care. She texted me 47 times. I counted. Said she was stressed about the wedding. Said my brother had always been there for her. Said it was just one time to blow off steam. I blocked her. Blocked him too. Called my parents at midnight. Told them everything. They went silent for 30 seconds. Then my dad said, "We'll handle your brother." They cut him off completely. He moved to Europe 3 years later. I've seen my ex exactly twice since then. Once when she packed her stuff. Once at a party where I left the second I saw her. I spent 2 years in therapy. Worked on myself. Eventually started dating again. 4 years ago, I met Alexa. She's a kindergarten teacher. Loves hiking. Makes terrible jokes. She's been cheated on before too, so she understood the trust issues I came in with. She was patient, kind, real. Last month I proposed. She said yes immediately. Everything was perfect. We set the date, sent invitations. I was genuinely happy for the first time in over a decade. Then last Tuesday, exactly 1 week before my wedding, I got a Facebook message from an account I didn't recognize. It was her, my ex. She'd somehow found out about my wedding. My wife gave me the ultimatum of either depositing my inheritance into our joint account or facing divorce. 2 months ago, my dad died from a heart attack. He was only 67. Worked construction his entire life, breaking his body for every dollar. He left me $180,000. Not life-changing money, but enough to finally open the woodworking shop he always dreamed I'd have. Dad spent every weekend in his garage building furniture. His last words to me were, "Use whatever I leave you to build something that lasts." My wife Candace knew about the inheritance the day it hit my account. We were eating dinner when I got the bank notification. She saw my face change and asked what happened. I told her the money came through. She got up, hugged me, and said, "Your dad would be so proud of you. He'd want you to use this wisely." I thought that was genuine. I was wrong. Within a week, she started making comments. "So what are we gonna do with the money? And this really changes our financial situation, doesn't it?" I'd brush it off, saying I needed time to process, but she kept pushing. Then one night, while we were watching TV, she just said it. "We should put it in our joint account. Makes sense, right? Easier to manage together." I looked at her confused. Why would we do that? We've kept our finances separate for 5 years. She got defensive immediately. We're married. What's yours is mine and what's mine is yours. That's literally how marriage works. Here's the thing. Our system has always worked perfectly. Joint account for mortgage bills, groceries, and shared expenses. Personal accounts for everything else. No drama, no issues. I reminded her of the $40,000 her parents gave us as a wedding gift that went straight into her personal savings. Her annual work bonuses. Her grandmother's inheritance 3 years ago. I never once asked her to share any of that. She had no answer. Just kept repeating, "This is different," without explaining why. The next few weeks were absolute hell. She brought it up every single day. During breakfast while I was trying to work. While watching movies. Right before bed. Always the same accusation that I'm selfish and not acting like a real husband. I stayed firm every time. "This is my father's legacy, Candace. I'm opening the shop like he wanted. The money stays separate." That's when her tactics changed. She started crying. Said I clearly don't trust her. That I'm planning to leave her. That our entire marriage is built on lies if I won't share this. I tried being patient. Explained trust has nothing to do with it. This is about boundaries and honoring my dad. She wasn't hearing it. The fights escalated fast. She started bringing it up in front of our friends, trying to embarrass me. Called her mother who left me a voicemail saying I'm a selfish husband. She even pushed for couples therapy, but I realized she just wanted a therapist to